one guy has finished his work and he's standing there waiting for the other guy to complete his or her work. Okay, so the best scheduler can hope for is if he has the latitude to schedule the cover removal, say at 8 a.m., and the other functions at reasonable time intervals, therefore, the electrician at 9 a.m., and millwright at 10 and laborers at 11. So, it is recommended that estimates be prepared on pure time. So, what a good scheduler has done, he has fixed the time for this work. Okay, so he has fixed the time. It is going to start at 8 and it is going to end at 11. That's it. So if anyone is going to take longer, the electrical or electrician is going to force him that he should do it as soon as possible so that he can start his work. So there are going to be the constraints. Okay, so this was about the estimating the labor cost, and now you know even you can apply these terminologies in your daily life. So now we have the estimating of the material. So estimating of the materials can also be done in the same way. The quantity of each item planned should be multiplied by the cost of the item in the inventory. Okay, let's say you need 10 screws. Okay, and each screw, it's a big screw for industrial work, and it costs you about 100 rupees. So if you are going to need 100 screws, and each screw is 100 rupees, so it is going to give you 10,000 PKR or dollars or whatever you are using. Okay, so this is estimation of it. The sum of those extended cost will be material cost estimate. Consumables such as transmission oil be enumerated as direct cost, but grease and other supplies used from bulk should be included in overhead cost. Okay, so the grease and these things are going to be in overhead cost, while the oil or the lubrication oil is going to be in direct cost because it is directly going to be happening, while the grease and other things, other miscellaneous things, are basically your overhead costs. Okay, so you're going to calculate your direct cost, you're going to calculate your overhead cost. Other than that, the material cost estimate is going to be separate. So the estimating material, you can find different performers on the Google. You can go and type in the search about the performa for the estimating materials, and you're going to find different templates of different companies being used by them for estimating the material cost. So let me ask you people, are you understanding the topics which are being discussed here? Do you have any
Ye-
idea?
yes, sir.
Still, if there is going to be any confusion or any questions, I would like to answer them now. Okay, so moving on to the scheduling. And let's okay, so estimating cost, estimating the time, estimating the labor cost in different aspects is done. Now we are moving towards the scheduling. Okay, so scheduling is of course one of the advantages of doing preventive maintenance. So what it says is that the preventive maintenance which you are performing in your workstation or your industry has the beauty that you can schedule things. Okay, you can schedule things, and this is a good thing so that you can tackle the emergency situation in the future. So also the watchword should be PADA or PADA. Okay, so which stands for plan a day ahead. In fact, there are going to be many industries who are going to do these scheduling months or days or months ahead. Because it depends upon the scenario. Let's say if you are going to or looking into the aerospace industry, they plan years ahead for their maintenance and scheduling, so that there is no shortage of any equipment or part, because a lot of their parts are going to be coming from other countries and it depends upon the dynamics of that country. So what they do, they schedule things even a year ahead. Okay, so this means that in 2022 on Wednesday, 4th of July, let's say, their certain part is going to be arrived. So they plan it 1 year ahead. Okay. So let's say if today is 28th, so the 28th 4 of 2022, this part for the Boeing is going to be arrived, and this should be scheduled, and this part should be inspected. Okay, so they imply the PADA in terms of years. Okay, So this is the normal watchword which are being used in the industries for your information. Okay, so scheduling is primarily concerned with balancing demand and supply. This is the main thing. Okay, and demand is basically from the equipment's need, while supply is the availability of the equipment. Okay, so availability of the equipment and the need of the equipment should be balanced. Other than that, craftspeople and materials that are necessary to do the work should also be present. Okay, so establishing the demand has been partially covered in the chapters on the on condition, condition monitoring, and fixed interval preventive maintenance tasks. So